Hello everyone, I'm Joyland Pearl. So let's start to discuss the partition of land. So the partition of land, or what we call subdivision of land, is a usual task undertaken by surveyors and engineers in property surveys. When tracts of land are sold or inherited, it is often necessary to divide it into smaller parcels or into areas having certain proportions to each other. So there are four most cases encountered in the subdivision of land. So the case number one is dividing an area into two parts by a line between 2 points. And then case number two, dividing an area by a line running through a point and in a given direction. Case number three, to cut off a required area by a line through a given point. Case number 4, to cut off a required area by a line running in a given direction. So, for any of the above mentioned cases, a resurvey is run. The latitudes and the departures are determined, the surveyed traverse is balanced, and the area of the entire tract is computed. When computing the desired subdivision scheme, only the adjusted latitudes and departures are used. So, um, I have an example for these four cases so that mas maintindihan nyo sa mga susunod na slides. And then, um, the note here, please be reminded that we will use only the adjusted latitudes and departures, just like what we did in the area computation using DMD and DPD. For the first case, which is the case number one, dividing an area into two parts by a line between 2 points. As you can see here, the figure is the area A, B, C, D, E, F, or the lat A, B, C, D, E, F. So here's what we need to do. Given the following data of a tract of land, determine the area east of a line running from F to C and calculate the length and bearing of FC. So we know the point C and point F. So we will have we will be having a dividing line, which is line FC here, and then we need to determine the area east of a line. So the area east of a line is here. So we need to know the area of this one. So given this data, so we can compute the area of the CFED. Yan, lat CFED. This one. CFED. Okay? So next, to determine the area of the um, lat CFED, we need to know first the area of the whole traverse. So this is a closed traverse, as we can see, AB, BC, and so on up to FA. So this is a closed traverse, and we can see it also here in the figure. Okay, so determine the area of the tract A, B, C, D, E, F, or the whole traverse. So from here, these are the line. So given the adjusted latitude and adjusted departure, and then the sum is 0, it means there are no errors. So adjusted latitudes na to and departure, so we don't need to correct this latitude and departure because there are no errors. So pagdating dito sa DMD, we need to compute here. So the departure 47.27 to 703 para makuha to is 47 plus 47 plus 608.69 and so on. So, na-discuss ko na to before. how to compute the area of the whole traverse. So the area here is 1,715,096.27 square meters, or 171.5096 hectares. So, pagdating dito, considering the track CDEF, so dito na tayo magko-compute CDEF. So, yan yung area na hinahanap dito. We need to determine the area east of a line. So, this one. So, but before we get the area, we must need to know the length of CF. Yes, we need to know the length of CF. So, in order to do that, we need to know the summation of latitude dito ng CDEF. So, latitude of CD, latitude of DB, and latitude of EF, of line EF, and latitude of FC. So, kaya nakuha yan kasi we will consider this CDEF as a closed traverse. So, disregarding this area, we will focus on this area, so that we can now determine the length of the FC. So, ayan, substitute the given data, and we got this 1,452.84 meters. And the same thing, the summation of departure. So, we got this 111.52 meters. So, to get the length of the line FC, we just need to get this. We just need to use the formula that I discussed last semester. So this one is the square root of latitude squared of line FC plus departure squared of line FC also. And then this one, we got this 1,457.11 meters. So that's the length of the line FC. Ayan, so we have calculated the length, and also after that, we need to know the theta, or the bearing of a line FC. So how to do that? We just need to compute the tangent theta of line FC. So we just did this value, the latitude and departure of line FC. So and then after that, we will get this value, 4 degrees 23 minutes. So this one, so how to know if this is north or south, or east or west? So this is the hint. So if the departure is positive, departure here is positive, so it means east direction. Okay, and then the latitude is the latitude is also positive. That's why the direction is in north. Okay, so the bearing of a line FC is north 4 degrees 23 minutes east. So to compute the area of this one, area east of line FC, so we can now compute kasi given na lahat, na-solve na natin yung lahat ng kulang ni FC, line FC. So, CD, DE, EF, so given yan. Ang naiba lang si FC. Ayan, si FC, given to, ito, na-compute natin to, 1,452, and itong 111.52, na-compute na rin natin yan. So, yan, madali lang, DMD, then DA, makuha natin yung sum, then after that, ayan na, this is the answer. square meters and in HA. So, ang dali lang yung case 1, kaya carry nyo to. And then, next case is, for this case number 2, dividing an area by a line running through a point in a given direction. So, this is the same figure as before. So, yan. A, B, C, D, E, F then. So, this is the data that we have. So, this is adjusted latitude and departure. So, given the following data of a tract of land, find the area of each of the two parts into which the tract is divided by a line through A with a bearing of north 75 degrees, 30 minutes east. So, from here, given tong point na to, sabi dito divided by a line through A, so point A, and then we will have this point P, yan, variable, which is we don't know kung saan ba yan sa sa DE ba yan, or hindi natin alam kung saan niya nakalocate. Pwede rin kasing ma-locate siya dito sa gitna ng CD or sa DE or sa BC. Pero, ayan, aalamin natin kung saan siya nakalagay. So, next. Okay, first thing we need to do is to solve the area of the closed traverse, and we got this 171.1596 hectares. So, considering tract EFA, so why tract EFA? Because this is the EFA. So, in order to get the length of this dividing line AP, so we just need to know the length and then the bearing of this angle line AE. We will use the triangular technique para hindi tayo mahirapan. So, again, to compute the length of this line AE, we just need to know we will use the summation of latitude and summation of departure, and then we got this negative 252.54, and then the departure of line AE is this one, and then we got this also, the length 1680.32 using the formula, and then this is the length of the trial line AE. So, meron na tayong length, and then after that, we got this bearing, the bearing of line FC, which is in southeast direction. So, paano ulit nakuha yan? Using the this one, the sign of latitude and departure. So, sa southeast siya, 81 degrees, 22 minutes. Ayan, next one, since given na yung line AE natin, may bearing na at may bearing angle na at may length. So, ito, 81 degrees, 22 minutes, which is the same dito. Okay? And then also, this one given din 75 degrees. So, si angle A, makukuha natin na 23 degrees, 8 minutes. So, basic trigonometry. Pagka kinumbine mo to, from here up to here, magiging 180 degrees. That's why ganyan yung naging computation. And then, dito naman si angle E. Okay? So, paano ko makukuha yung angle E? Hindi ko alam kung ilan to. Tawag dito. Etong mismong angle E ang kailangan ko. Kasi meron ditong sobra. Okay? Para magkuha yan, we will use the tangent ng theta ng PE. Okay? Si theta ng PE, makukuha natin siya dito sa DE. Ayan. Galing doon sa galing dito sa old data natin. Yan, dito sa DE. So, makukuha natin yung data ng DE using the ng PE pala, ng data ng PE using line DE. Okay, departure ng DE over latitude ng DE. So, all in all, makukuha natin itong data 12 degrees 17 minutes. Ayan. So, ito yun. Dito yun makukita si bearing. Kasi 'di ba si bearing with respect to north or south. Okay? So, yan yung bearing natin. So, si bearing is magiging, since ito 81 degrees, ito si line E, 81 degrees 22 minutes, dito yan. Simula dito sa north, papunta dito sa angle na to, si 81 degrees 22 minutes. Kailangan ko lang i-minus si 12 degrees 17 minutes para makuha ko si angle E. Okay? And then si angle P naman, ayan, si angle P, para makuha ko, dito siya. So, si 75 degrees, ayan, is equal din dito. Pero hanggang dito lang siya. Okay? Hanggang dito lang siya sa axis na to. Okay? Meron ditong maliit. That's why pinag-add ko yung 75 degrees 30 minutes plus 12 degrees 17 minutes. Okay? So, ang total is 87 degrees 47. So, using sine law, ayan, AP, line AP over sine E. Line PE over sine A. Line AE over sine P. So, cross multiplication, we will get the AP as 1570.76 and as well as PE is 660.65. So, AP is the length of the dividing line. Ayan. This one, AP. And then also the PE is the distance of a point from station E. Okay? So, siya si station E. Si PE. So, yan ang tanong eh. Find the area of each of the two parts into which the track is divided by a line through A with a bearing of north 75 degrees 30 minutes of east. Okay? So, the next is, ayan, considering track PEFA. So, si PEFA, ayan na, si PEFA. So, given na to, si EF given, si FA, pero itong si PE at saka si AP ay galing doon sa previous na sinolve natin. So, nilagay lang din dito si negative 7. Ito, nakuha natin itong 1570.76 cosine 75 degrees 30 minutes. So, galing siya dun sa itong 1570.76 galing sa previous slide. So, ito din as well as 660.65, yun yung line PE, length of line PE. So, para makuha mo yung latitude and departure, which is ilalagay natin dito sa table para makompute natin yung DMD. Ayan. So, makikita nyo dito, na-compute natin yung sum ng latitude and departure, merong error. So, we distribute the error, pero hindi natin dinistribute sa lahat. Bakit? Kasi, dinistribute lang natin yung error dito sa kung saan natin kinompute. Okay? So, etong EF at saka FA, given siya. So, hindi siya, most likely, wala sa kanya yung error. Most likely, nasa computation natin yung error. Okay? So, ayan, adjusted latitude, then DMD, double areas and makukuha na natin si area. So, the answer is 76.1284 hectares. So, ganyan po yung pag-compute ng case number 2. Okay. Ayan. So, this is the continuation of case number 2. Ayan. So, given na tong PEFA. So, dito naman tayo sa ABCDE, CDP. So, yan. Para makuha din yung para makuha natin itong area, so we need to know the line DE. So, si DE, ayan. So, si DE, para makuha ko, DE is equal to 1026.25 using the square root of, using the formula of length, using latitude and departures. Okay? So, yan. Nakuha natin si length ng line DE. So, ang next one is, kailangan natin malaman si length of line DP is equal to DE minus PE. So, DE minus PE. Okay? Si PE, para makuha natin si DP. Kasi kailangan natin siyang makuha yung latitude and departure ng line DP, which is here. So, makuha natin si length niya, and then after makuha natin si length ng DP, kunin natin yung latitude and departure ng line DP, which is ilalagay natin dito. And also the line PA, which is this one, katulad nung kanina, pero nag-iba yung sign niya. Okay? So, using this one, using this table, makukuha natin yung error, and then i-distribute natin yung error dun sa kung saan yung computation natin. And then after that, ito, adjusted latitude na, adjusted departure na, which is magsisiro na, then DMD, double areas, and then area. So, here it goes. Ito na yung nakuha natin. 95.3820 hectares dito for the tract ABCDP. ABCDP. So, okay na. So, that's all for this case number 2. So, this one, note, since the latitude and departures of line AB, BC, CD are known and adjusted, only the latitude and the departure of lines DP and PA are adjusted. Also, considering the error in latitude and departure are negligible, arbitrary adjusted is performed to balance both latitudes and departures prior to the determining DMD and double areas. So, please take note yan. Case number 3. To cut off a required area by a line through a given point. So, ayan, a tract of land with adjusted latitudes and departures given below is to be subdivided into 2 lots of equal area. Find the length and direction of the dividing line which is to pass through the corner B. So, given tong corner B, kailangan daw, we need to divide the lot, this whole traverse, into 2 lots, 2 equal area. So, ibig sabihin, from point B, hindi natin alam kung sa point D, point P, or point E nandoon yung yung dividing line. So, we need to identify first, we will have a trial kung saan ba magfo-fall itong line BP, kasi i-divide natin yung land into 2 equal area. Okay? So, ayan, given this data, we will proceed to the computation. Okay, here's the computation. So, this one to determine the area, so 171. So, in order to know the 2 equal area, we just need to divide it into 2. So, this one, 85.7548 hectares. So, yan, determining the direction, the length and direction of a trial line. So, yan, i-try natin itong line BD. Ayan, BD. So, yan. Line DB yung nakasulat dito. So, makukuha natin tong DB. And then yung length nito, 1,419. And then the data is 79 degrees 28 minutes. So, we will consider this one as a closed traverse. Okay, this one, determining area of the tract BCD. So, given na tong BD, makukuha na natin tong area ng ano na to, tawag dito, itong first area ng lot CBD or tract BCD. Ayan. So, si BC, si CD, given siya, galing dito. So, si DP, which is the closing trial line, from here, na na-compute natin kanina, nilagay ko lang yung latitude and departure, and nakuha ko to sa area. But, the required area must be 85, 'di ba? 85 hectares yung kailangan nating makuha. So, kulang pa. It means, dito sa BCT, hindi siya yung kalahati. So, kailangan pandagdagan ng onte. So, dito kaya, sa susunod nating trial line, okay? So, ayan. Si area ng BCP, ayan, area is equal to area ng BCDP minus area ng BCD. Yan. So, makukuha natin to. So, si BCP, ang area niya ay dapat 52.69. So, yun dapat ang maging area niya. Yun yung required na idagdag dito sa 33.0645. Yun yung kailangan natin madagdag dito. Which is, hindi natin alam yung location ng line BP. Okay? Para makuha yan, si theta ng DP is, ayan, nakukuha natin to. Gamit itong triangle na to. So, yan. If you are not familiar with the triangular technique, please review kasi mahirapan kayong makasunod sa lesson na to. Ayan. So, the bearing of line DP is 12 degrees 17 minutes. Ayan. Dito yon sa line DP. Tapos, makukuha natin yung angle D, which is pinag-plus ko lang tong si 79 plus itong nakuha natin na bearing line dito. Okay? And then, ayan, si DP will be equal to 742.66. Gumamit ako dito ng area computation na 1/2 BH. Kaya naging ganyan yung naging solution natin dito. BD tapos DP. Itong DP sin theta. 1/2 AB sin theta pala yun. Tapos, yan, yung theta na ginamit ko, which is pinag-add to, itong angle D. Yan. And then also, substitute lang yung BD sa DP, kaya nakuha yung 742.66 meters length of line DP. So, by cosine law, makukuha natin to, si BP squared, yan, equals, remember the cosine law and then the sine law, and also the triangular properties. Ayan. And then, BP, makukuha natin yan. And then, by sine law, makukuha natin si theta, which is makukuha natin yung bearing ng BP. Yan. So, solution check, makukuha natin si 180 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. ibig sabihin tama yung computation natin. Which is, dapat kasi yung triangle will be, the interior angle of the triangle will be equal to 180 degrees. Kaya, ayan. Tama tong nakuha natin. For this case, number 4, to cut off a required area by a line running in a given direction. So, given the following data of a tract of land, which has to be divided into two equal parts by an east-west line, compute the length of the dividing line and determine the distances from the line to the adjacent traverse station. Eto, medyo complicated siya, but kaya natin to. So, ayan, given also the previous, ang tawag dito? Previous figure. Pero etong given na to, kailangan daw natin maglagay ng dividing line, which is, tawag dito, into two equal parts by an east-west line. Compute the length of dividing line and determine the distances from the line of the adjacent traverse, which is, eto, kailangan natin makuha yung distance nito ni M to B or A. So, kailangan east to west. So, from east to west, ayan, ito yung magiging, ano natin, east to west. So, east, west direction. So, pag ganyan. So, nasa x-axis siya or horizontal line yung hati niya. Okay? Ayan. Determine the area of tract ABCDEF. So, buo. Kuha ulit yan. Yung area. And then, determining area of the tracts MBCDN. MBCDN. Yan. Siyempre, para makuha natin si M, B, C, D, N, ano na talaga yan, divided by 2. So, which is, kasi ano daw kailangan natin dito to divide into equal parts, pero straight line lang siya. And then, ayan, determining the lengths of the DP and PA. So, makikita nyo dito sa solution natin, itong latitude, kinuha muna natin si line DA. Ito, si line DA. Kasi kailangan natin makuha yung length niya. Length at saka theta ng DA. Kasi, itong DA is magagamit natin to para makabuo ng triangle na hindi tayo mahirapan mag-compute, which is dito. Technique lang guys, depende, maraming possible na na solution dito, pero kailangan same lang ng answer. So, the first technique is kinuha niya yung length ng line DA at saka yung bearing nito para makompute natin yung DP, which is the DP is ito. Ayan, para makompute natin itong si DP at saka si PA. Okay? Si DP kasi, hindi natin alam yung location niya. Pero since meron na tayo ditong triangle, makakakuha na tayo ng mga, tawag dito, mga pwede nating input dito sa formula ng sine law. Okay? So, nung nakuha na si bearing ng DP, ayan, 12 degrees 17 minutes, galing sa latitude and departure. So, makukuha mo si angle A, which is the 27 degrees. Nag-minus lang siya ng 90 degrees dito kasi, ano siya, tawag dito, na naka 90 degrees to. So, minus mo lang tong angle na to para makuha mo tong angle na to. Okay, so nakuha si 27 degrees, 29 minutes, eto siya. And then si angle D, yan, 62 degrees 31 minutes plus 12 degrees 17 minutes. Ito, pinag-plus lang siya. Yan. para makuha naman yung angle na to. So, given this angle, si angle P din, same thing. Yan. Pinaikot-ikot lang yan, yung 180 degrees, 90 degrees, ayan. Kailangan master nyo yan para hindi kayo malito sa computation natin. So, nung nakuha yan, kinuha na to si DP at saka si PA gamit tong mga nakuha nating values. And then, makaka-create na tayo nitong area ng track ABCDP. Okay? Area ng track ng ABCDP. Okay? So, yan yung area is 126.9649, which is sobra doon sa kalahati nitong kailangan natin kasi into 2 equal parts. So, sobra yung 126. Diba? Which is tamang-tama naman kasi kung nandito nga si A, P, E, F, sobra talaga tong A, B, C, D, P kasi andito lang naman yung kailangan natin makuha. So, tama tong trial line natin, tong trial dividing line natin. So, naka-ano daw siya, naka-adjacent siya. Kailangan natin kunin yung adjacent traverse station, which is itong MB at saka MA. Para makuha yan, gumamit tayo ng iba't ibang symbol ng angle. Ayan, huwag kayong malilito. Hindi ko lang kasi ito hindi ko siya ma-zoom, pero pwede nyong i-zoom yun dun sa lecture natin. Ayan, makukuha mo to si tangent theta, dito si RM, ito si RM. Tapos yung D ito. Makakabuo ka, create ka ng triangle. Yan, RMA. Yan. Kaya mabubuo mo tong D tangent theta. And also dito si NQ, dito din galing D tangent angle. Ayan. And also yan. Galing siya sa cosine, sine, and tangent. So, depende para makuha mo itong mga values na to. So, area ng AMNP is equal to area ng ABCDP minus area ng MBCDN. Ayan. Is equal to 412. Kaya, ito yung AMNP. Ayan. Tapos ng A, B, C, D, P, ma-minus mo sa area ng M, B, C, D, N. Ayan. Kailangan mong makuha yan kasi gagamitin mo siya dito sa formula na to. Also, area ng AMNP, i-minus mo lang doon yung area ng ARM, tsaka area ng PQN, doon sa area ng IRQP. That's why, nakuha natin itong formula na to. Itong formula na to, using the quadratic formula, quadratic equation, so 900, yung isa 9,000, yung isa 263 meters. So, pag gumagamit tayo ng quadratic formula, we have two roots. That's why, kukunin lang natin yung logical answer, which is itong 263.47. Why? Kasi kung 9,000 na to, yung mga length natin dito, hindi naman umaabot ng mga 9,000 eh. Sobra-sobra na yon. That's why, ito lang, 263.47 meters, which is the logical answer. Yun yung D. Ito yun, D. So, since nakuha na natin yung D, makukuha na natin tong length ng dividing line. So, ito yung formula. MN, ito si MN, minus ng AP, minus ng RM, minus ng NQ. And we will get this MN. Ayan, makukuha natin yan. So, ito na, 1,523.35. And then, the length of the this is the length of the dividing line. So, next one, determining distances of points M and N for adjacent stations. MB is equal to AB minus AM. So, pag nalilito kayo sa formula, balik lang kayo dito sa ano na to, sa original figure para hindi kayo mahirapan. So, si MB equal siya sa AB, ito, pag nag-minus ka ng AM. Kaya, makukuha mo to, ito si MB. Okay? So, makukuha mo to formula na to, gumamit ulit ng formula ng latitude para makuha si AB, at saka si AM, nag-cosine lang. That's why we got this value, 228.29 meters. So, that's the distance of point M from station B. Point M from station B. So, the other one, yan, makukuha naman natin si DN using this formula. So, itong 768.16, ayan, 760, tapos, ito, makukuha natin, 498.52 meters. So, I think that's all yung for the case number 4. So, medyo critical but still mako-compute naman basta wag lang malilito sa mga angles, lines, and everything. That's the end of my presentation. So, if you have questions, please message me sa MS Teams as soon as possible. Ayan. Thank you for listening and study well.